Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig review in partnership with Envy. This is Aubrey from the EnvyHair line, meaning this is a 70% heat-friendly synthetic, 30% human hair blend. Aubrey is in the color Golden Nutmeg. I'm so excited to bring you another one of the EnvyHair wigs. And I'm currently partnering with Envy to try to get you as many of these EnvyHair wigs reviewed as I can because they're a high-end premium wig and we need more information on them. Thank you, Envy. I appreciate you guys so much. These are some very high-end pieces and there's really not a lot of information out there about them. When I searched for this one on YouTube to see if there were reviews, I found one like 60-second video. There really isn't a lot of information. So I think this is super important to try to get this out there because this wig retails for around $1,000 with no discounts. That's a lot of money. Don't click off this yet because I want to tell you why it may be worth the high price tag. Before I do that though, let's look at it from all sides. So one thing I noticed when I was looking online at the manufacturer photos, they have clearly styled the wig that's on the model in the manufacturer photos. Because on her, the back is not like curled and poofy like this. So one of the great benefits of these EnvyHair fibers is they are heat stylable. I will tell you guys, I own Emma, that has EnvyHair. I own Zoe, which I just recently reviewed and have fallen madly in love with Zoe. It's a straight bob. I've been wearing Zoe since I reviewed it. I think I've probably worn it 5 times now for full days. It is in perfect condition. The ends do not feel like they're even getting at all frizzy. And with heat-friendly wigs, you do start to notice that kind of quickly with them, and I am noticing no changes to that one. It is so realistic. This one feels amazing. These hair fibers, they're so soft and silky. They are just fabulous. A great benefit to this piece is it has a fully hand-tied cap. I will show that to you in just a minute. Now, I know you're probably noticing all the volume and all the poof. Now, there really isn't permatease on this. I'm not feeling permatease. It has a hand-tied cap, so having permatease on a hand-tied cap would be very unusual. But the way that they tied in all of the hair, and it's got good volume. This is, for a piece this short, I would consider this moderate to heavy density. I mean, it's not super like ridiculous density, but it's not low density. And so you do have a lot of volume up here from that. But because you can take heat to this, you could flatten this just a little bit. You could take a hot air brush to it. You could take a hair dryer and a round brush. There are lots of things you could do to try to tame it if you don't want that much volume and curl on the top. For sure. Let's look at this cap because honestly, this cap is phenomenal. Now, we don't have a lace front. So for those of you who find lace fronts irritating and itchy, you don't have a lace front on here. You don't need one to make this look realistic because of the shortness of the fibers. I'll show that to you when I put it back on. We have a full monofilament on top. Very nice. Nice. It's not super rough. There's silicone right here, so if you wanted to adhere this with some It Stays or Got To Be or Ebin spray, some sort of an adhesive, you could easily do that. Nice, soft, velvety ear tabs with metal stays, extended nape, hook adjusters, and the entire cap is hand-tied. Sometimes with hand-tied caps, you get a few closed wefts at the bottom. You don't get that on this one. Every single strand is hand-tied into this cap. The reason that's significant is you don't ever have to worry about someone knowing you have a wig on. If you're outside and it's windy, the fibers can blow and blow and blow, and you're not going to see any wefting. You can see straight down to my finger there. It will give the appearance of scalp everywhere. Another benefit to a fully hand-tied piece like this, and you are paying a premium price, not just for the fibers, but for the full hand-tied. Every single strand was tied into this. It's labor intensive, and so that is reflected in the price. But one of the benefits is you can do this. You can touch your head. Somebody can touch your head, and they will not feel your wig. So if you have a husband or a significant other, or you're dating, and you're worried about somebody maybe, okay, TMI, coming in to give you a kiss and they grab the back of your head. They feel your head. They do not feel cap. The only way that they will feel cap is if they want to like give you a head massage and they kind of get their fingers in there. Then you can sort of feel the knots a little bit. And other than that, they're not going to know this is a wig. It is so comfortable. Now, these caps run very true to average, and it is fitting me amazing. They have good stretch, not huge stretch, but definitely some stretch. And so I would say, do I even have this cinched at all? I think I might have it cinched in one. Let me double check that. Yeah, I have it cinched in one on either side. I have a 22-inch circumference. So I think if you are up to 22.25, I think this will fit you comfortably. I do think that there's not a lot of extra cap up here. So I have fairly petite measurements over the top of my head. This is fitting me really well, like almost like it was made for me. So go look at my measurements. I would say if you're just a little bit bigger than me, you're going to be fine. I'd say if you are typically more of an average large cap size or bigger, I do think this will be a little snug on you. I probably wouldn't recommend it. But it's so awesome to have a fully hand-tied wig that gives you so much confidence. Nobody's going to know that you have a wig on your head, and that is amazing. So I mentioned that this doesn't have a lace front, so let me just show you. If I do this, you can see that hard front a little bit. It's not terribly obvious, actually. So the way these fibers lay is they sort of lay down in the front here. If you wanted to cut a full bang and have this be like a full bang, I definitely think you're practically there. Maybe a little trimming depending on your measurements, but because the fullness and the curl goes all the way up to the front, you will probably have to take heat to this to get it to lay right, which honestly probably won't take much. A tiny little round brush, or so if you get a little round brush and then a hair dryer, or you can buy a hot air brush with a small barrel, that might really help here. But you can see, even just playing with it and working with it, it's really wanting to kind of fall into place. So I definitely think that you can get this to lay as a full bang. Like I said, because these are EnvyHair fibers, you can take heat to them, so you can maybe get a little bit less volume by just taking a hair dryer or something and kind of smoothing that down. You could add more curl. So if you want there to be more defined curls, you could absolutely do that with this one. I also think this one is going to be so adorable styled. So one of my favorite things to do with a wig like this is wear headbands. Shorter wigs are so awesome with headbands. So these are some of my favorite because they're so stylish, so easy, and they fit wigs beautifully. I've got so many different colors and types. I will link my Amazon store in the description where I have all of these bookmarked in there. But you could just play with this. You could get a headband on. If you're feeling like the volume is just a little bit too much for you, sometimes just putting a headband on will tamp down some of that volume and make it look so cute. If you wanted to, if you were going to a fancy event, you could get a blingy headband. This one has little pearls on it, and you could, you know, style your hair with that and just make it look so fancy. I just really love, you can wear a bandana and tie a bandana around. So much flexibility. Now, let's talk briefly, before I get to the color, about the fibers, because like I said, have gotten to know these fibers a little bit through some different pieces. what really makes them unique. And I hear these questions all the time. Why would you buy a blend? What are the benefits to a blend? Well, one of the big benefits of these blends are they feel like human hair, but they hold the style. So, for example, if you wanted to add curl to this, you could add curl and then that curl would stay. Even if you wash it, you would have to take heat to it again to change up that curl pattern, just like when you wear heat-friendly synthetics. But the softness, the movement is so human hair-like. The other thing I'm noticing with it wouldn't be an issue with this one because of the length, but that I'm noticing with my Zoe, it doesn't tangle at all. I have, like I said, worn Zoe 5 times. I will link that review in the description so you can see what that even looks like. It gets 0 tangles. It is just amazing. And so I am becoming a huge, huge fan of these EnvyHair fibers. If you struggle with synthetic wigs, if you think that they don't look super realistic because of the shine or just something about those synthetic fibers isn't for you, these EnvyHair wigs might be the ticket if you don't want to go full on human hair, because human hair has its challenges. Price is one of the challenges, but having to style your human hair is something that some people just don't want to do. And sometimes there's concern about how the hair was sourced and was it ethically sourced. So considering a blend, you kind of get the best of both worlds. I'm a real fan. I really am. So the big question is, do they last? I'm in the process of like I said, wearing my EnvyHair wig, and I actually have to pull Emma out again. I wore that all last winter, and I need to start wearing it again. It's a really dark color, so I don't tend to wear that dark color in the summer. But I will be bringing you guys updates on these EnvyHair wigs to tell you how they last. I do need to style my Emma. I want to add some more waves to it. I can tell you how that goes. So if you're looking at this and you think you like it, but you just are wondering if it's worth the price, stay tuned. I will bring you more information on that. But for now, I have heard from some wig sisters who have purchased wigs with EnvyHair fibers, and so far the feedback I have gotten has been awesome. People love, love, love these fibers. So the thing with this one on my head really is this style right for you? And if you're not sure, just know you can take heat to it to alter it if there's just a few little things you want to maybe tame or amp up. All right, let's talk about this color, Golden Nutmeg. This color is so dynamic and beautiful. Now, it definitely is an auburn color. So I see a lot of gold. I see auburn. There's no root on this. Well, if there is, it's like the barest shadow root. It's hard to tell. It does seem like it's a touch darker at the root, but it's not. I wouldn't consider this a rooted color. I think it just looks really like you got your hair colored at a salon. There's some strawberry, there's blonde tones in it. Definitely auburn. A little bit darker at the nape. It's so dynamic. If you like light auburns, so this one really reminds me, oh my goodness, my hair is a hot mess, you guys. I'm growing it out and it's not looking good when I take off wigs anymore. If you like auburn, but you don't want full-on red, you like auburn, you like light auburns, you like some dynamic colors. You know, this is kind of an orangey auburn. I wouldn't call this orange, but it's definitely kind of got that tendency. Golden Nutmeg could be a great color. I will show you this color outside. That's it though. This has been my review of Aubrey. She's adorable. Hand-tied cap is amazing. The one thing I think that will be hit or miss for people is this volume on the top. It definitely is voluminous without permatease. It's very voluminous. But like I said, you can take heat to this and really make it your own. That is a huge benefit to these fibers. Thanks for watching, you guys. Let's get outside.
Hey everyone, here you go. Golden Nutmeg outside. You can see there's a little bit of lighter right up here. And then down into that root. Just remember, this is going to pull differently than on a straight, non-heat friendly synthetic. It's likely going to be warmer on this one. Okay guys, thanks for watching.